So yeah, I know technically there's one more season, but so I'm redoing this because I accidentally said a spoiler. But let's get all the stuff out of the way. One, yes, I technically haven't finished either Luke Cage season 1, Iron Fist season 1, The Defenders season 1, or Jessica Jones season 2. True. I also admit that I haven't even started Daredevil season 3, Jessica Jones season 3, Luke Cage season 2, or Iron Fist season 2. And there's no season 2 of Daredevils, and I feel like that might be a thing that is coming around. So that is one thing. I kind of pushed this a bit forward because one of the things that is in this that I like, that I wanted to watch, was obviously because one of the YouTube channels I do sort of keep up with, because I have said before, I have this Note TV. I've deleted the playlist, but I got the playlist, but I don't have the note system. But one of them was Screen Crush, which I like seeing that behind the scenes. And because of that, I do know that was rewrites. I do know about that. I can't really tell which is rewrites. I can sort of tell where it's like, oh, by the way, the Punisher, who wasn't originally in it, he's here, and Foggy, who wasn't originally in there, is in there. A lot of people are saying, actually no. Now let's get to the spoiler. So yeah, I know this is going to be long. This is definitely going to be a long video, but that's besides the point. Actually, to the point I can actually do this. But a couple of things that I do know is, I do know that his death was meant to be something else, but I do find it interesting that he does die. I like that for his character. I find it really interesting. I also like the idea that even though I want to see more, that Muse dies is interesting. And I found that really fun. Overall. I didn't know if there was going to be more to it. It felt like there was going to be more, but I like the fact that it set up for more. And I feel like there's going to be a season 2. A lot of people have been talking about it. I like it. I like the whole idea, and I like how at the end of season 2, because there's a Punisher special, which Screen Crush have speculated is either, I don't know what it would be, but one of the ideas is, but I do remember, is him escaping from his prison, which I would love as an idea. But besides that, we can't really say what this is going to be. But overall, I do think this is a good idea, and the idea that there's going to be sort of like a war overall is a fun idea. Being like, what's going on, whose side is whose, is like, not whose side is whose, but like whose, actually no, whose side is whose, because we don't know, because we know the vigilantes are obviously going to take Daredevil's side, but who? We don't know if Spider-Man's going to be in or not, which is going to be fun. But overall, I like this series. I know there's a couple of context about the FBI in season 3. But all I do know is that he had a thing with the FBI, and Bullseye, who is the same actor, was an FBI agent. So, yeah. So, obviously, besides some things, because I do know that he had his mind sort of like, had this sort of like, oh, I have his mental state with these crickets, and I've heard some things that Screen Crunch has said about this, the third series, that sort of talks about this series. And I am eventually going to go into Daredevil season 3, that is a fact. But overall, there are probably some smaller things that I'm less due to, but this is still, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like it. I like what it was. So yeah. So I hope you enjoy it, and good night.